Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. Today we're going to be taking a look at a group of super cool, ultra rare video games for the Atari 2600. Now if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that we really only deal in factory sealed video games. What makes today's video so unique is that all these games are only complete in box. There are no factory sealed games in today's video. The reason being is that we've never seen one of these factory sealed ever on the market. And we've been doing this for quite a while, so to never ever see a factory sealed version of any of these games just tells you how scarce and rare they really are. That's why we bought these complete in box, and these are really, most of these examples here are the only complete in box versions we've ever seen in these games also. Typically these games that we're going to show you guys today, we only ever see in cart form, or sometimes they come with cart and manual. You never see the boxes. So we found a collector that was actually selling off his collection, and it was pretty much a who's who in rare Atari. Everything he had, incredibly rare, incredibly scarce, complete in box only. He didn't have any factory sealed, but the ones he had, incredibly well preserved, super rare titles. I think we have 10 games to show you guys today. That's all we were able to pick up in this group. He had about 50 super rare Atari. We just kept getting beat out. You know, we mentioned this numerous times on this channel. A lot of you guys are catching on to the fact that these Atari 2600 games, a lot of them are super rare, incredibly scarce on the market. So we were in competition, and pretty strict competition for a lot of these games. We got what we could. I think we got 10 games here, but the ones we got, really cool. We're really happy we got them. So let's go ahead and take a look. We got 10 games to show you guys today. Let's go ahead and get started. The first one we have here is a Rock and Rope. Now this one here, we've never seen a sealed copy of this, and we've never seen a complete in box version either. That's why we went ahead and picked up the complete in box version. Now this game here is a Coleco game, as you can see on the bottom. Like I said, we've just never seen this for the Atari 2600. Very interesting game. You know, we are going to send all these games over to WATA for grading. We'll do an unboxing and show you guys what grades we got back. Hopefully it's going to be close to what we anticipate. Now this one here, we're not going to grade the contents. We're not going to go through the trouble of opening up all these, show you guys the cart and manual, and grade the contents. So we're basing our entire grade on just the outside of the box. From what we've seen from the contents, they're pretty much the same quality as the outside of the box. So whatever grade we give should be close to what we're going to get. Now this one here still has the original price sticker on. It was on sale for $9.99, marked down from $23.96. Now, Rock and Rope, like I said, we've never seen this game factory sealed or complete in box, but we do have this copy here. What do we think we're going to get on this one? You know, this is, man, he kept these games so nice. You know, this is an easy 7.5, maybe even a 8.0. You know, this one here, there's not a whole lot of color rubbing anywhere, even on the flaps that were open. You know, this bottom is still sealed. The top is open. You don't really hardly even see much color breaking along the edge here that was open. This one here, we think we're going to get an easy 7.5 out of this, maybe an 8.0. This is a nice condition for this game. Like I said, incredibly scarce. We've never seen that game. Now here's one we have seen before. Beat Up. This one here, Skeet Shoot. You never see this game in this condition or with the box. You see a lot of these cart and manual only. Now these are Apollo games. Apollo made quite a few, well, they made a pretty decent catalog for the Atari 2600, but still not a whole lot of games compared to some of these other companies. But the Apollo games, you know, I don't think we've seen any of the Apollo games factory sealed. We only ever find them complete in box, and whenever we find any of these Apollo games, we do pick them up complete in box. You know, if we do find a factory seal, we'll definitely pick those up. But the complete in box we do pick up because they are scarce on the market. Apollo didn't have a huge distribution or a huge print run for all their games, so the ones you do find out there, you know, they're low print run, low distribution means there's not a lot out there, and the ones that you find conditions like this, you grab and add to your collection. Now this one here, once again, there's a teeny bit of crushing on top, but nothing major. Once again, you don't really see much color rubbing, and for a flat color box like this, you would expect to see a lot of color rubbing on the edges. Bottom is not sealed, and not glue sealed, but it doesn't look like it's been open on the bottom. There's no color breaking there. Not much color breaking on top where it was open. Edges are nice and crisp. You know, this is a great game. And this is one of the older games that Apollo put out. You know, this one here, super tough to find. Complete in box is probably your only hope. Like I said, we've never seen a factory sealed. We expect to get another 7.5 to 8.5 on the 7.5 to 8.0. There's that crushing there. But once again, just a great condition. This guy kept these games Just super nice. All right, here is another Apollo game. This is Racquetball. Same price sticker as the Rock and Rope that we showed you guys earlier. This one here. So he clearly bought these at the same retailer. Oh, it's KB Toys. It's a KB Toys sticker. If you guys, children of the 80s know what KB Toys is, KB Toys went out of business quite a while ago. So to get these KB Toy stickers, that's a stamp in time. It's really cool to see these games with those original price stickers on them. As a kid, your mother always took you to KB Toys to pick up your video games. So it's just cool to see. Just nostalgic. Anyway, this was also marked down to $2.99. Super saver on this one. Racquetball, another game you don't see very often. These sport games are not really heavily collected, but for Apollo, there's a lot of dust on this one. For the Apollo system, for the Apollo games, for the Atari 2600, it's worth picking up, even as they're sport games. I know a lot of you guys don't collect the sport games, but in our opinion, well worth it if you see a complete box, high-grade copy like this. Once again, I don't see hardly any color rubbing at all on this. Was a little dust on there, but bottom is never been open. No color breaking. We don't even see color breaking on the top. I wonder if this was ever open. We're going to send this in, of course, to WATA. I don't see any color breaking. This may have never been open. We'll let them be the judge of it. We don't want to say that this was a factory sealed if it wasn't, but there is a little, you can see a crease. Yeah, this was open. This is a CIB. Once again, for Apollo, any of the Apollo games, if you find a complete box, worth picking up and add to your collection. Okay, now here's some games, and we mentioned this before with this particular company, this manufacturer. You never see these complete box at all, but you never see them ever factory sealed. Panda. Now, the Panda computer games, incredibly scarce, and they don't have a lot of games. I think it's around 10, if I remember correctly. Some of these companies, I get the numbers a little mixed up, but I think it's around 10 games that they put out for the Atari 2600, right around there. But, there's not a lot of games, super low distribution and print run for all these games. So if you find them complete in box, most of them you only ever see the cartridge. But if you find them complete in box, pick them up for your collection. These games are definitely going to cost you money when you find them complete in box like this. Expect to pay $500 plus for any of these Panda games. Now this box here is definitely a little rougher than some of the other ones. Some crushing on top, some creasing. Just damage here to the top edge. Some color. Definitely hard color rubbing on the bottom, color rubbing on the back. Corners are kind of definitely color rubbing and dinging on the corners. So this game, Seahawk here, we don't expect a good grade out of this one. Now this is one we expect maybe a, 5 to 6 range on. Like I said, a lot of color issues with the box. Maybe a 6, around the 6 range. But Seahawk, another game you just never see from Panda. You do see a couple of the games pop up every once in a while. But Seahawk is one you never see ever. And that's why I bought it. This one here, like I said, very, very mid-grade. But it doesn't matter. For Panda, complete box, whatever grade we find those in, if they come with the box, cartridge, and manual, we do pick those up for our collection. Add them here to inventory. All right. Another Panda game. Exocet. Now this one here is one of the scarce games for Panda. Incredibly rare. I think this has a rarity of, I don't want to get it wrong. I think it's a rarity of 7, but I might be wrong on that. 6 or 7. It's one of the most rare titles for the Panda, all the Panda titles. But this one here, once again, original price sticker on there, marked down, on sale. You never see this game ever on the market, especially with the box. And this one here, was this opened? The top, the top is still glue sealed. Ah, there we are. The bottom was open. I thought we had an unopened copy here. I was about to get very excited, but yeah, you can see the creasing on the bottom. So this one here was open on the bottom. This box here, much better condition than that box. Whoever bought this game knew how rare it was, so they did keep it nice. This one here, no color rubbing. The corners have a little bit of an issue. A little color rubbing and issues on the corners. But overall, this is a pretty nice box. This one here, we expect a 6 plus, 6 or higher, maybe a 7.0 on this. This looks like a 7.0 to us. Once again, depends on the contents. We haven't opened these to actually pull out the contents and grade the contents. We're assuming that a lot of the contents are going to be the same quality as the outside the box. So this one here, once again, around a 7 is what we expect for that. Much crisper, brighter color than the other box, the other Panda game, and a lot sharper. There's no crushing on it. So that one there, 7 or higher is our estimate. Let's see how close we get. All right. A Telesis game, fast food. Now this one here, you see pop up every once in a while, but not in good condition. These are usually beat up. And this one here, super crisp. Edges are nice and sharp. Edges are sharp everywhere around. There's a little color fading, what looks like color fading on the bottom. But this one here, once again, this box is great, For these, spoke too soon. There is a crushing along the bottom edge here. That will knock it down to right around the mid-grades, like 6, 6.0 maybe. 6 or 7 is what we expect on this. But this one here, once again, you just do not see these games in this good a condition. These boxes are great, and for a game like this, fast food, once again, very low print run, low distribution. These games are not out there on the market freely, so to find them, complete box like that, in that condition, you pick those up. All right, and here we have a really cool one. This is Kangaroo. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there have seen Kangaroo everywhere. What you've seen is the older version, I think the 88 version. This is the original 1983. This is the original release. Much larger graphic on here. The graphic's a little bit different than the 88. This one here, incredibly hard to find. I mean, you just don't see this one here on the market at all. You see the 88 version all over the place. You shouldn't be paying much for that game, $100 or less. This one here, 83, expect to pay decent money for this game. You just do not see it on the market ever. Now this is the original release. Bottom is still sealed. Top has been opened. There's a little insert tab that keeps it closed. Edges are nice and clean. Little teeny scuff there, but nothing major. Edges are nice and sharp. Corners are nice. No color rubbing on this one here. This one here, definitely an 8.0 or higher. 8.5 maybe. 8.0, 8.5 on this one here. Just super cool to have the original 1983 release of this game. Like I said, you see the older version, well, the more newly released version, I guess, the 1988 version all the time. The 83 you never see, so that's really cool. Man, that is a crisp cover on that. All right. This is such a great pickup. I wish we got more, but, well, we got what we could. All right, now here's one you don't ever see. This is the Chuck Norris Super Kicks and the Artillery Duel. This is a double ender. I know I'm going to butcher this name. Zonox. Let's say it's Zonox. This company here produced quite a few double enders. They also actually made the Kung Fu Super Kicks. This one here is called the Chuck Norris Super Kicks, but they also made the standalone Super Kicks, Kung Fu Super Kicks, I think is what it's called for 2600. But this was the original name of the game. Chuck Norris Super Kicks. So this one here actually has the original name of the game. This is a double ender. Like I said, you don't really see these on the market that often in this condition. You do see the cartridges themselves, but you don't really see them with the boxes. And this box here, look how bright this color, look how bright the yellow and blues are on the back. Now this box is just crisp. Somebody took good care of these. It's really cool to have the original name here, Chuck Norris Super Kicks. I don't know why they changed it to Kung Fu Super Kicks for the single release, but they did. Once again, this one here is super crisp, no color rubbing. Edges are sharp, corners are nice. I mean, we expect an 8.0 or higher out of this one. We think 8.0, 8.5 is a reasonable assumption. Look at how bright the graphics are on the back of this. I mean, just super clean and crisp. That is a great pickup. All right, we got 2 games left here. Now we enter our Tiger Vision. This is Tiger Vision's Threshold. Now this one here, pretty scarce on the market. You do see these pop up every once in a great while. Never factory sealed. You see these complete in box every once in a while, like I said. But factory sealed, super tough to find, and expect to pay big money for them, $2,000 or more. This one here, expect to pay $500 or more for just complete in box because you just do not see these. Now, Tiger Vision games, they're infamous for being just tape sealed. This one here, the tape was actually taken off completely on the bottom. On the top, You still have a little remnant there. But this one here, because these are high gloss covers, you do have a little color rubbing on this, on the back. A little color rubbing on the title itself, because they had these like raised lettering here, and they always embellish these. This one here has gold foiling or gold ink on it, and you always have a little rubbing on these. So this one here, probably gonna knock it down to a 7.5 to 8 on this. Like I said, the box is still super crisp. If the contents inside are even higher grade, you expect an 8.0 or higher on this, but just the box alone, we're thinking 7.5 to 8. There's a little teeny damage here, but Threshold, any of these Tiger Vision games that you see in the box, you know, pick these up. You'll never find them factory sealed. Trust me, we've been trying to put together a whole factory sealed catalog of Tiger Vision games. We're falling short by a few games. We do have quite a few, almost all of them. I think we're like 4 games short, but I mean, some of these are incredibly tough to find. I don't think some of them exist at all factory sealed, so it might be a lost cause for us. Now here's one we have never ever seen in the box itself. This is our last game for today. This is a Tiger Vision game, Miner 2049er Volume 2. Like I said, we have never seen this box ever. You see the cards every once in a while, but you never see them with the manual even. You just see the cards. Now, this one here is super cool if you guys are familiar with Miner 2049er. That game in high grade, very, you know, it's going to cost you money, like 4,000 plus. This one here, expect to pay 500 plus for a complete box version. Like I said, I've never ever seen one in the box. So to find one factory sealed, I imagine it's going to be at least 5,000 plus, probably closer to 10,000. But this one here, complete box, we're super happy to get this one. This here was the one we wanted the most out of this guy's entire collection, just because we've never seen it. This box is pretty decent. Has a little bowing here. That could be from the contents and size shifting around. They might be able to just reorganize that over there at WATA. There's a little color damage on top, nothing big. You know, like I said, it doesn't matter. We've never seen the box of this. So to actually have a complete box version, it really doesn't matter what it looks like. There's some color rubbing on the Miner 2049er here. Like I said, they do raise these letters and put a glossy ink on them. So these are definitely, you know, going to be a little bit more susceptible to color rubbing. And you do see color rubbing on the title. But the edges are sharp and clean. You know, no bumps on the corners. You know, there's a little, you know, this is where the flip tabs come up. That's not really damage or color breaking. That is just a nice, clean copy of this, you know? Like I said, we've never seen this, so to have a copy at all, we're super stoked about this. This one here may go into our own private collection. We don't know if we're going to add this to our inventory, but this one here, super cool to have this. Volume 2. So there you have the 10 games that we have for you guys today. We are going to send these off to WATA. Who knows how long it's going to take them to get back to us. Maybe 3-4 months. We will have an unboxing, show you guys what grades we got for these. Please feel free to drop some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.